everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Emma and Georgia, and today we are watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 1 Episode 3. If you want to watch our uncut TV reactions, link to the Patreon is down below.
Last episode, Jessie had been turned into a vampire by the blonde lady of the vampire clan. I think it was actually quite a big plot twist that they turned him into a vampire and then killed him in the same episode. I didn't really think about that at the time, but I feel like, you know, again, I promise I won't compare that much throughout the whole show, but like for now, as it's the early days, if you think about like the Vampire Diaries, they turn people into a vampire and then like they might be dead. Who was the first death in the Vampire Diaries? Was it Vicky?
Yeah, she was the first one, yeah. She
got turned and then she was like roaming about for a few episodes and then she got killed. He got like no time to be a vampire. They were like straight off the bat like, you're turned, you've changed, so you have to die. And it was his best friend that inadvertently killed him. Do you think he would have done it? Because he was there holding the stake like, I don't want to do this, don't make me do this. And then someone bumped into him and the stake went into his heart. So I don't think he would have done it.
I don't think he would have done it either. That was his best friend, and even though his soul is gone or whatever, I don't think you'd have it in you to do that, because this is all still really fresh. It's only episode 3. Like, it's still so raw for them. Like, they don't want to kill anybody. I mean, Buffy's trained and all that, but Willow and Xander is his name. They're not, you know, this isn't their world. They're only just coming into it. So I feel like I wouldn't be there killing my best friend. Even if he was a vampire, I'd still be like, oh, we can sort this out. So yeah, it's still a bit raw for them. So yeah, I don't think he would have done it. It was just really unfortunate that someone bumped into Jessie, you know. But, you know, it works out in the long run because he wouldn't have been good anyway to have around. He is a vampire, of course.
Yeah, when they were cornered in that room, he did say like he wanted Xander's blood. Like he used to be his friend Jessie, but now he's something completely different. I think he also reveled in the coolness of it all because he went to the Bronze and started wooing Cordelia, and she actually danced with him that time because he had a bit of a change of an aura. So he probably had a newfound confidence and sex appeal. Yeah,
it's funny, like they just sort of slicked back his hair and got him a dark outfit, like, and instantly changed. He's the heartthrob, whatever. Yeah, I think I was so hoping Cordelia was gonna die by that Luke guy. I was so hoping for it because she's such a bitch.
I know.
But sadly she was saved. And did we really get the aftermath of school afterwards? We didn't really get much. Like, I feel like more of the kids there would be talking about it. They literally just seen Buffy slay.
We got a line. Cordelia said something like, it was a gang, a weird gang that did it. Like, and Giles said a good line. He said, humans will rationalize anything or something like that. That does kind of make sense, because at first I was a bit irritated that was the resolution to that, because vampires attacked and revealed it to literally everyone in that club, but then they all think it's a gang. Like, how stupid. But then if I think in real life, like, if that happened, I would think it's just some weirdos. I don't believe vampires are real, so I would probably think something like that.
Your mind doesn't...
Also, yeah, sorry. You rationalize it so you understand it, so you can understand it.
Yeah, that is so true, because your mind doesn't instantly go, oh, there's vampires, like, supernatural is real. Like, that's not your first human response, is it? It's more trying to rationalise it to someone you're familiar with. Like, oh, it's just a weird gang of ugly looking people. Like, it's, you don't instantly go vampire. So yeah, that makes sense.
It's like when people murder and, like, psychologists look back into their childhood to see what trauma could have caused them to turn out this way. It's that kind of thing. I think you try and like really get all the facts to rationalize it, because you can't understand what would compel someone to murder in such heinous ways and things like that. So yeah, it does make sense. That was also quite ballsy that they revealed it to everyone in episode 2, but like, yeah, they did rationalize it in that way. I remember in Sabrina they would wipe the memories of everyone who saw things, so I wonder if there'll be something like that down the line if this kind of thing occurs again.
Because it sounds like they're gonna... It sounds really close to the school, the Hellmouth, whatever they call it. So
yeah.
they might be encountering some more demons on the daily. So how are they gonna sort of squish this so more people aren't familiar with it?
And I am excited because they said that there are different types of beings in the world. I watched that scene when I was editing, and Giles said that vampires are an offspring species from a form of demon. So, like, that's how they were created, essentially. And that zombies, werewolves, vampires are all real. So there will be a lot more explored throughout the seasons, I imagine. Like, it won't just be vampires and Buffy killing them the whole show. It'll be other things as well. I really hope there'll be witches involved, because that's kind of like my bias. Like, even in the Vampire Diaries, Bonnie was my favourite. So I really hope there's a witch in it somewhere.
Which makes me think that there's more than one Slayer out there, because Buffy is the Vampire Slayer, one in a generation, as they keep saying. Maybe there's one Witch Slayer in every generation, or Werewolf Hunter generation, you know, like, I feel like there might be some more hunters out there, because, you know, Buffy's exclusive to vampires. She don't know the first thing about other demons, you know, slaying them, so I feel like that's a bit... There's going to be a person for each specialist area of supernatural here. I feel like that might be the case. Who knows?
Oh yeah, that brings us on to Angel. We finally found out the cryptic, mysterious guy's name, and you did theorize that you think he might be a werewolf slayer or something like that. Not just, I think we're both certain he's not just a normal guy, because
no,
I don't think you can even be normal when you already know about this kind of stuff. Giles is obviously human, I believe, but he's a watcher for a vampire slayer, so like, I'm not necessarily saying that I think Angel is something supernatural, but I don't think he's just a solid normal human. I think he has a role somewhere, but we just don't know. I will hold back on trusting him though, because while he did help her in the final episode and it does seem like he is rooting for her, I worry that it could be a double bluff and a bit of a bait to get us to like him, and then they'll betray us, so I'm holding out a bit.
Yeah, we can't trust him just yet. We've only seen surface level stuff. He's definitely a supernatural being, it's just a matter of what, because he specifically targeted Buffy when he was sneaking up on her in an alleyway, you know. You don't just do that to anyone, there's a reason why you're doing that. So he's definitely something, and he's like this weird anti-hero kind of guy. I just get the vibe he's not there to kill her, because he would have done it already. So yeah, very mysterious. I'm sure we'll learn more about him.
What can you have been thinking? You are the Slayer. Lives depend upon you. I expect a certain amount of responsibility, and instead of which you enslave yourself to this cult.
What?
The color?
Why is the hate on cheerleaders?
Whoa! She can have a life.
I told you, I'm trying out for the cheerleading squad.
You have a sacred birthright, Buffy. You were chosen to destroy vampires, not to wave pom-poms at people.
They're two very different worlds, but she should be allowed to have a life.
Is he giving authority over her? For what? What?
By appealing to your common sense, if such a creature exists.
I will still
He
have
has
time
such
to fight the
like
forces of evil, okay?
sly digs. I love it.
I
know.
I want to do something normal.
I'm with Buffy on this. She should have a life.
Oh, that looks like a
Witch's
cauldron.
Yeah.
Oh my god, no way!
He totally lost his water. We haven't seen a vampire in over a week. I'd say he should get a girlfriend if he wasn't so old. We're behind you.
Here's a good luck thing for tryouts.
Yours. Oh,
That's a very
It came
strong
that way, really. They all said that.
gift to give someone you barely know.
I didn't know you wanted to be a cheerleader. You lost a lot of weight. Had to.
Oh,
Do you know
that's sad.
Buffy? Hi.
Appears we've got a show on here, people.
Yeah, that's unrealistic, but everyone could do that, lady. Oh, come on now.
Right. Yeah, piece of cake this.
I train with my mom. 3 hours in the morning, 3 at night.
Wow.
How much quality time with my mom would probably lead to some quality matricide.
Oh, I know it's hokey, but she's really great.
We love a strong mother-daughter dynamic.
Why is there mist all of a sudden?
That girl's on fire! Enough for the hyperbole.
No, literally. That girl is on... Oh my god!
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh,
is that what that...
painful?
Is that what that witch cursed her for or something in that cauldron thing. We've got a witch among us.
Imagine if Cordelia turns out to be a witch.
I'd be surprised.
I have seen some pretty cringeworthy things, but nobody's hands ever got toasted before.
How is she now?
In most cases, the person who combusted was terribly angry or upset.
So maybe Amber's got
She looked like
this
she was having
power
the
to
time
make
of her
herself
life.
be on fire.
You're the Slayer, and we're like the Slayerettes.
They want in,
loving
that's
it.
so
You guys in
cute.
danger.
Oh, I laugh in the face of danger. Then I hide until it goes away.
They don't have to be in on the action, they can just be on the sidelines.
There'll be different modes for killing different things though, won't there? This will be new territory for her.
I'm glad you're taking that up again. It'll keep you out of trouble.
I'm not in trouble.
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Oh,
I have so
she's
little
sweet.
faith in my child.
She expects the worst of her. Oh wow, they all kind of
God.
You saw that, right? That wasn't me. You saw that, right?
Jesus, one mistake. Chill.
That's my mom.
No.
Kind of a
She and my
mom.
dad were homecoming king and queen.
God, they sound like the high school's popular kids, you know, they got everything.
They
They've been
sound
rewarded.
perfect.
Ran off
Yeah.
with Miss Trailer Trash when I was 12.
Okay, besides that.
She put herself through cosmetology school. Bought me everything I ever wanted. And never once gained a single pound.
She idolises her.
I choked in there so bad.
You
No, I
don't
mean,
have to
you're
be
fine.
her though.
No, she's always living in her mum's shadow.
Amy's nice. We used to hang in junior high. When
She
her
seems
mom would
nice,
go on a
yeah.
goth kick, Amy'd come over to my house and we'd stuff ourselves with brownies.
Here we are again.
The drippy tap. Oh,
Oh,
no.
not Amy.
No! She was so nice! Don't do this. Oh my god.
My theory that it could be Cordelia is on the rise.
Adored by every varsity
Oh my
male as
god, she
far as
might
the horizon.
actually be it, you know.
You're gonna be so very beyond sorry.
Oh my god, it must be her, Georgia.
That's why you're so cool. You're like a guy.
Willow
You're
likes
like a guy from the knows about
Xander,
girls
Don't
stuff.
call her a guy.
I'm a guy.
No.
Oh, hey, they're posting the list.
I think she likes him.
Yeah,
but he
I
likes
think so
Buffy.
too. I love how he was so excited about the list.
Cover me, One of those girls hit me really hard. We should test for steroids. Okay, not only did you make the team, but you missed some of the first alternate.
Xander, alternates are the ones who didn't make the team. They only fill in if something happens to the ones who did.
Aw.
And how much more can I do? This would
That
never
is
happen
sad
to
as
my
someone
mother.
that practiced so much.
Never.
Maybe cheerleading isn't her strongest suit. Maybe she could find something else.
Let your blackness crawl beneath my skin.
Obsession with
Accept my
Barbies.
sacrifice,
Oh god, who's the sacrifice?
Cordelia.
Oh!
Oh!
It's not
okay.
Cordelia.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
What if it's just Amy then?
You haven't been mean to me all day. Is it something I've done?
She looks a bit possessed.
You're not invisible to Buffy.
It's worse.
You're
I'm
in
just
the
a part of
friend
the scenery,
zone.
like an old shoe. I gotta take your advice and not beat around the bush.
Come out and say it.
Or I could be wrong. Maybe you should beat around the bush more.
If she turns him down, hopefully that'll just be the end of it.
Okay, into battle I go. Would you ask after me?
Xander, if you're gonna do it, you've got to do it.
Would you like to?
Is that even Cordelia's locker?
Huh? Company meet Friday
Xander,
night.
I have to, we can make this up later. You don't mind, do you?
Bye.
Oh, bye!
Put the car in drive.
She
Oh,
can't
God.
see! Oh my god!
Oh god. Come on. Oh no! Oh my god.
Oh god! Can this truck slow down?
Oh.
Whoa,
She's
that was
fast.
close.
Oh!
Anything.
Ugh!
First vampires, now witches. No wonder you can still afford a house in Sunnydale.
Still relevant today.
Someone doesn't like cheerleading.
Or likes it too much?
Amy.
Amy. Amy.
So you guys are leaning towards Amy.
She's desperate to get on that team.
This is a bit extreme though. I thought she was a nice girl.
Eat ingredients and apply to witch. If a spell has been cast in the previous 48 hours, witch's skin turns blue.
Ooh, that could be cool.
Oh, and you'll need some Eye of Newt.
Those of you in track 1 may begin your dissections.
Oh, I'm so glad we never did this in school.
Oh, we dissected hearts. I couldn't have done a frog though.
How's Buffy doing with the hair?
Ah, hairbrush.
Oh, hairbrush. I was just thinking now, I
Is
was
she gonna
like...
yank her head?
Yeah, like, I was like, how is she gonna carry some scissors? Like, what are we doing here? Oh god, she looks suspicious!
spill it on her. Try and make it look natural.
This is so unnatural.
Further back.
Ah!
Sean? Are you? Oh my god.
What's she doing?
Her mouth!
What just happened?
Ew, her mouth's gone.
Did you see? Amy was as freaked out as the rest of us.
So it's not her. The test was positive. She's our Sabrina.
Hey, Sabrina.
Oh, creepy gay.
Yeah. Can't wait to see the mum.
I know.
Heard a lot about this woman.
Another productive day in front of the TV.
Is she the
And a
bully?
history report due tomorrow. Write it.
What the hell?
What?
I should be on that team by now.
Well, she plays the part well.
But instead, Miss Buffy and friends are sneaking around stealing bits of my hair.
Oh, she knew. She got a bracelet.
I'll be upstairs.
Quality juice. Not from concentrate. You're in a good mood.
Ah,
I'm on the squad, which
she's
is great because I feel like cheering and leading others to
targeted two people, and she was the third alternate, so there's probably going to be someone else, and then she'll make the team.
I did get kicked out of school. I'm just wacky that way.
Oh god, is it Buffy? She's targeting Buffy.
Look, Mom, you just don't get it. And believe me, you don't want
Buffy's acting strange. She's
Yeah,
never this
this is-
upbeat. I'm sorry.
I know.
it. Macho man.
Oh no.
You do not have to be a genius to know that Buffy is acting beyond bizarre.
She's rising.
Is it me or is Buffy a bit looped?
Yeah, you're around there.
Look at
Better get
her.
her out of there. You are so out of here. It's not her fault.
She's on medication.
Amy.
Oh.
You just made cheerleader. No, you don't want her. She's a
A wise choice indeed.
What spell did you cast on her?
Something really weird.
Do you have any idea why I love you so, Xander?
Oh, don't do this to him! Oh, that's so sad. Because she's going to go back to normal and just ignore him.
Completely one of the girls.
One of the girls.
Him.
That is
He
karma, my
loves
friend.
that.
This is a bloodstone vengeance spell. Hits the body hard like a quart of alcohol and then eradicates the immune system.
Oh, that's the darkest yet.
A couple of hours, 3 at most.
Well, how do we reverse the spell?
We can just lay our hands on Amy's spellbook.
Okay, we've got to go to her house.
Yeah.
The other way is to cut the witch's head off.
Yeah, I can do that as well.
Amy's fault. You guys stay here and keep an eye on Amy.
Well, someone needs to keep an eye on you, Buffy. You're not well.
Hopefully Giles will go with her.
Nice car you got there, Giles. Looks like a tin can.
Mrs. Madison, we need to talk to you about your daughter.
I'm not allowed. You'll have to come
Not
back
allowed.
Excuse me.
What?
This girl is very sick. Now you will shut up and you will listen to me.
Go on, Giles.
Go on, Giles.
Somehow your obsession with cheerleading
I
has
don't
made...
care about cheerleading.
As her mother, you should assume some responsibility for
She's
her
eating
actions.
brownies. Oh my god, what if Amy is in the mum's body and the mum is in Amy's body?
She's out of her mind.
I don't know.
Ever since Dad
Because Willow said that her and
Dad
Amy used to eat
left, I can't
brownies.
control her.
Yeah, that is true.
It is Amy.
She switched. She switched your bodies, didn't she?
That is so sad.
She said I was wasting my youth. So she took it.
So the mum's the crazy one. Okay. Amy is nice.
Oh God, when he left, I wanted to go with him.
Oh.
But she wouldn't even let me call. She was always coming down on me and telling me I didn't deserve to have it so easy, and then I
God,
didn't
her
know
mum is
how hard it was to be
awful.
her.
Amy, it's gonna be okay.
Buffy don't look so good.
No, we need that book stat. Safely secured.
I believe we can reverse your mother's spell. Well, all of them, in fact.
You could. Really, you could.
We need to find her books.
I guess they'll have to go with the first option because they can't really cut off her head if Amy's in her body.
Where are you going?
We're going to school. Oh, and you're coming with us.
Oh God. Mum is there living the dream.
I'm gonna stop this. I promise.
Oh, he does care about her. That's so nice.
Yeah.
How is she?
We'll few minutes left.
Minutes?
That's it! I hope they like do something and then her mum just appears in the uniform with the pom-poms. Like, who brought their mum here?
Hear me!
Hear me!
Hear me!
Know me!
Uh-oh. Oh god, Willow! Xander can just see, like, something is happening.
Amy, what's your problem?
Death stare.
Don't set her on fire. Oh god.
Amy, do you actually ride a broom?
Oh no!
No!
No.
Xander!
What was that? What was that quick punch noise?
Take of mine energy and be sated.
I love how dramatic it all is when it's witches.
It's gonna be like The Shining. She's gonna behead us!
No! And then they can use that axe to hack off the mom's head.
Buffy? Amy?
Oh god, yes, the mum, isn't it?
Oh dear.
Oh god, we're back to
God,
normal.
Amy might have to do it.
Mom, please.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, that
Never
foiled
mind.
that plan.
I gave you birth. I gave up my life so you could drag that worthless carcass around and call it living.
I feel better.
I shall look upon her,
Wait,
and the dark
are you able
place
to move?
will have her soul.
Buffy, move.
Oh, hello. Oh my god, she did it
Oh,
herself.
rebounded.
Well, that was easy.
Science in a science lab. Love that. Is Amy okay?
You guys okay?
Well, her mum is now dead.
I assume all the spells are reversed.
You were a god.
Well, I didn't think you'd pull it off.
I got her! Cut her head off!
Xander, what are you doing?
Too late. Too late.
Saving you?
Get your hands off of her.
Where is she?
Hey, Willow.
It is?
Yeah, I did.
I'd love to see Willow kicking ass. It would be so good.
Do you ever wish you could be 16 again?
Oh, that's a frightful notion. Go through all that again? Not even if it helped me understand you.
I love you, Mom.
Yeah, she's not the best parent, but she's certainly not the worst.
No. Oh, we've definitely seen worse.
And I'm like, Dad, I can go out. It's perfectly
Oh, she's
safe.
back with her
But
dad.
he's got all this guilt about losing me to my
Oh,
mom,
it's all a happy
and he's being
ending.
a total pain
You're loving it.
every single minute.
Oh.
Stay in and make brownies. Well, the brownies were my idea.
Just gonna correlate her with brownies forevermore.
I know, she's brownie Amy.
I know that I'll miss the intellectual thrill of spelling out words with my arms.
These grapes are sour.
These grapes are relieved.
Whoever she is, I don't think we'll have to worry. Just happy to have my body back.
Thinking of getting
bet.
fat. You know, I bet that looks in for spring.
Oh!
Oh, she's in there. Oh my god, that's so funny.
Oh my god!
She's trapped in her glory days, literally. Right in front of the picture of herself.
That's such a good ending.
Yeah, oh my god, actually heard her daughter
Oh.
say she wants to get fat too. One of her worst nightmares.
She's like cursed to spend eternity in a hell for her, watching all these kids go by in like cheerleader uniforms, and she just has to sit there and watch it.
Yeah.
Good karma, I say. Very good.
I really like Amy. I hope she becomes a regular character as well, like, you
Me
know,
too.
similar to Cordelia. She had a really in-depth backstory. Like, we know more about her technically than we know about Xander and Willow, which is weird to think about.
Yeah. I know. I feel like we will get to know them a lot more when we continue watching, because they are really interesting and I love them both. So I really do want like an episode centered around each of them, so we get to know more about them. But yeah, we got introduced to a really good character and a very good like episode of just like kicking ass, you know, introduction to witchcraft. Like I really like this episode. I think this is my favourite out of the three we've watched.
Me too.
Because I thought it was really interesting and it introduced us to more than vampires. We got to see witchcraft take place And by the way Giles is talking, there's plenty more of where that came from.
Giles was MVP as well.
Giles always
through.
MVP. He's one of the greats. He really did pull through, and this Watcher job title he has, I can see it full force being really helpful, and yeah, he really just makes it complete. It would be the same without him.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. I thought it was really cool seeing them out of their depth, because while we've been introduced to Buffy, who is a vampire slayer who has slain before, she doesn't know about this extra stuff because they live on the Hellmouth, so different things are around this area, so she didn't really know what to do there, so it was Giles' job to step in with the information and come through in the end there. But it is going to be a learning curve for all of them, and I love Xander and Willow volunteering their services as well.
They're really good friends, and they are willing to step in the line of fire for Buffy and to fight the forces of evil. Like, it's a really good group we've got here. Just the four of them, including Giles. Just they're all such a mixed bunch of people that all have their own set of skills, and I think it is just really nice seeing them together. It's a really wholesome group, and you know, Willow is a particular favourite of mine. She's kind of gives off this really innocence vibe, and yeah, it's just funny seeing her in these like life or death situations.
And that's the thing, like, assuming this season at least will be mostly Monster of the Week based, it is the characters and their dynamics that kind of pull the show through to make you continue watching, because while Monster of the Week episodes are fun and you do have like hit and miss ones generally, it would get boring after a while if the characters aren't interested enough to keep you watching. So they have got a good group there, and I think having Xander and Willow in on it as well is a really good touch, because that's not what I would have expected. I would have expected it to be like a secret from them for 2 or 3 seasons at least before they found out, and then they'd start getting involved, but they're just in it right from the off. And I love that Buffy has this friendship group, because she did express how lonely she's felt before doing this, so to have this group around her I think is really nice, Giles included.
Yeah, I think it's a really solid group, and I'm glad we've got it. We might even add new additions later on down the line, so yeah, I like it for what it is right now.
And I wonder, when she was in what was it LA, I think, did she have a Watcher there? Because I for some reason I assumed that Giles is her first Watcher, but probably not, right?
She seemed really confused in the first episode with everything Giles was telling her, so I feel like this might be her first one. It feels like she's been doing all this on her own, like from the impression I get, like she's just been fighting vampires on her own without any guidance, because that's why she got kicked out of school, because I don't think Giles would let her do that sort of thing so obviously. So it kind of feels like she's being disciplined for the first time in her actions of dealing with these vampires, so it kind of feels like he's her first.
I would like a Giles backstory too, because we know that he's only just started working here because he was sent here to be the Watcher for Buffy. But if there's only one Slayer in every generation, was he just a normal human being before this? What made him become the Watcher? Is there a certain kind of training you have to do? Like, I'm really interested in that side of things, because I can't think of it, because we just see them in the here and now. Same with Buffy, like I'd like to see a little bit more of her backstory before she moved here, and like her first finding out she was a Slayer and things like that. But people in the comments did say that this was a mid-season show replacement for a show that got cancelled, so they kind of just threw it together really quickly. And that's why it's low budget, got those kind of sound effects, not really like high budget, I guess, which does make sense, and that is also why it's only 12 episodes. However, I do find the sound effects really funny. Like, I know they are bad, but I find it hilarious.
I don't think that's what they wanted for us to think. Like, I think they're funny as well. They probably wanted it to be really serious, but yeah, it just, all this like fighting, like it's really clearly like, you know, staged, and it doesn't look very real, so I do find it quite funny. But I have been reading the comments, and hopefully, like you've said, it's going to get a bit more high budget as we go into season 2 and 3. So I think it will get better, which is what I'm hoping for. A little bit more, you know, put together. It seems a little bit rushed in places, but yeah, I think better quality is to come.
And as it is that kind of first season, I think my hopes for like proper continuation of arcs is probably out the window, because like we didn't have any mention of Jesse this episode, and like Xander just seemed fine. He didn't seem grief stricken over the fact that he killed his best friend. And the same with Amy, like if she does become a regular character, I would think that this whole situation would have been really traumatic for her, having her mum possess her body, watching her mum get killed, and all that strain that she was under from her mum having such little regard for her life. She would have like killed her in a heartbeat if it meant she got to stay in her body. But they just kind of like overstepped all that trauma and just ended her being happy living with her dad now. Whereas I think I would need some serious therapy to get over all that.
Yeah, it was brushed over very quickly, especially with the Jesse thing as well. I think, yeah, we've not really got that sort of emotional element to this show yet, which I think is what makes Vampire Diaries very successful. There's a lot of like, you know, emotional ties to that show. You get invested in the characters and their backstories, and when there's a death you feel it. But with Buffy we haven't quite got there yet, so I think it's to come. Surely, I think when that budget gets better, they will get a lot more emotionally invested when there is like a death or whatever.
And I do have to quickly mention the Willow, Xander and Buffy love triangle. I don't really know what him giving her the bracelet was all about, especially with that kind of inscription. But Willow definitely gave a look, well, an upset look. She definitely likes him. And it is sad because she is so far in the friend zone. Like, I think in episode 1 she said that they'd known each other, or they dated when they were 5, so they've known each other for a long time. And I think Xander kind of overlooks her in that way because he really doesn't see her like that. But I do love how he called Willow one of the guys and then Buffy called him one of the girls. So
it was so good, like a little taste of your own medicine. Because I do agree, I think Willow does like Xander, because I think in the first episode, like you've mentioned, but he also, I think she also said that she does his like homework and she does anything he'll ask her to do just for any sort of shred of attention. So it is kind of sad seeing him gush over Buffy in front of her, because I think she does have some feelings for him, but he's also getting friend zoned by Buffy, so
like, what does Buffy know? Does she know that he's interested? Because she's not actually acknowledging it in any way.
I think she's completely oblivious.
I think she genuinely is just focused on the tasks at hand and thinks he's this weirdly friendly guy. Because even in the cheerleader thing, he was kind of leering over everyone, wasn't he? But like with the whole bracelet thing, I feel like I would probably start to pick up on it then. But then we don't know her history with dating and boys, so maybe she's just not. She doesn't know the signs that someone likes you.
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like she is literally just oblivious and not thinking about it at all. And the thoughts aren't really reciprocated, because if you had even the tiniest bit of like romantic interest in someone, you pick up on their actions a lot. So she's completely oblivious to it, I think. And it's just going to take him flat out saying it to her how he feels for her to know. Which I don't think is a very good idea, because she hasn't shown interest, so I don't know. I think he might get rejected a little bit if he does.
Which is fair enough. That's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching our reaction to episode 3 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. If you want to watch our uncut reactions, the link to the Patreon page will be in the description below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time for episode 4. Bye!
Pimples on the cheeks, I bet you taste